Hey, my fellow earth signs, how are you? So if you are of Capricorn or Taurus, regardless of your placement, sun, moon, or rising ascendant sign, this is your full moon in Virgo reading. So I just finished giving your fellow earth sign, that of Virgo, their exclusive reading. So now I've come back to give us earth signs our full moon reading. As I said, our, because I am an earth sign, I am a Taurus, and so we're going to see what is going on. So with that being said, for those of you that didn't get to see the overview pertaining to what the full moon is about, the full moon, as you already know, is a phase that brings culminations, but it's also that of heightened emotions. And I'm going to say right off the bat that don't know who is this message going to be for, but if it's for one person, then that means that it's definitely going to resonate, because looking at your cards and your spread and the theme and the energy at this time, us earth signs, me not so much, but there's some of you, whether you're a Capricorn, and I feel you're a Capricorn because the Capricorn card is here, but again, if you are a Taurus or Capricorn, some of you are really overly emotional at this time. So you can say that this full moon is probably going to hit you more so, will be one of the signs that will be hit by this full moon. The intensity of this full moon in Virgo is somehow really placing a lot of emotional strain, a lot of emotions, heightened emotions for you earth signs. So let's get into the cards and see what this is about and how we can see some type of positiveness behind this energy, right? Now, being overly emotional, it's nothing bad about it. There's nothing bad, there's nothing good. It is what it is, right? The thing is, how do we come out of this? Because when we put too much emotions into something, behind something, it's not going to be good, because then it throws us off, right? It takes us out of balance when we are too emotional about something. So speaking of which, this full moon does touch upon the fact that it does touch about two things: intellect and intuition, but also it is about something else. My thoughts here. It is urging us to harmonize our intellect with our intuition. And so intuition, you can say, is involving our inner guidance, right? It can touch into that of our emotions, but again, there's what's the phrasing? There's a thin line, or you guys are between a rock and a hard place and trying to find that balance at this time, because right now, with some of you, there is a sense of unbalance. It's like, right? Your intuition knows what it needs to do at the end of the day, but at the same time, your emotions is kind of getting in the way. All right. So with that being said, where do I start? Let's start off before we jump into what the solar theme will be, because we also have, speaking of which, I want to just make mention that what is also going to make this lunation of this full moon in Virgo more intense is because we have three conjunctions. That of the sun, which the sun is in Pisces. So with the sun conjunction in Pisces, it's kind of explaining, it's almost like the earth signs is being more impacted by the influence of the sun conjunction, because we know that Pisces is a water sign. It's connected to our emotions. But also we have Mercury, and there's also Saturn. But with those three conjunctions, what is the focus? It's all going to help illuminate the path to enlightenment. So again, we're going to see how this will all turn out. All right. So with that being said, I pre-pulled what the energy is referring to for today, which is the full moon in Virgo. And the message here behind this full moon in Virgo is you are good enough. Now, what does that mean? That means that whatever it is that you are trying to do, and I feel that which generally is the goal with the full moon, is that whatever we have been trying to do, manifest, whatever it is that we wanted to kind of see, to come to some sort of culmination, some sort of result from maybe a new moon that we just had. And it even can go back as far as the start of this year with a situation, with a person, right? That this is the full moon time that if it hasn't been resolved, it's going to kind of come to some sort of a culmination, right? Now, speaking of which, I want to say that this is a general collective for the earth signs, for the Capricorns and Tauruses. So at any time that you guys want a more extended and detailed reading pertaining to this full moon, I am open for a private session, so you can book an appointment with me or a session with me. The information will be in the description box where you can book a personal reading, okay? So with that being said, let us talk about what then, being that we do have the sun that is conjuncting with this lunation. I wanted to first pull out a card from the Sun's Oracle deck so that we can get a solar overall theme about what it is that us earth signs will be, undergoing, so to speak, and what will the energy be under this full moon. And the card that came out was Detachment. Very interesting. So right there, you can see that there is something that some of you may be detaching from. But whatever this is, I feel that you've been struggling, right? And so whatever it is that you have been kind of, as I mentioned earlier, up against, at crossroads with, you're between a rock and a hard place and deciphering if you should walk away from something. Well, this energy solar theme is showing that for some of your earth signs, that this will be happening during this full moon, because the full moon brings endings, right? It also sometimes, unfortunately, it can bring a dramatic revelation to something. It's like a realization of what it is that we need to, maybe in this case, detach from, right? If we didn't get to detach from it, this would probably be the period of time that this can happen. Now, we know that when we do these readings, it can be about the past, or maybe for some of you, this just happened. You can say in the current past, or this could be happening now, or if not just yet, it could be coming up in the future. With the full moon phases, or with any moon phase, it does have a shadow between 3 to 5 days, but overall, the energy can be felt for 2 weeks up to 30 days. So again, if this is something that is not happening currently, you have the rest of the month, 30 days within of this reading, that this energy of what is happening could be taking place. But I feel that this is something that have already been building up. And speaking of that, I feel that some of you have been trying to harmonize. Speaking of which, harmony, been trying to harmonize, to bring harmony, to kind of restore some type of harmony and to make amends with somebody. Now, the two energies, I pick up masculine energies for those, my feminine that are watching. I feel that some of you may be having to detach from either a father figure, a father figure, or a husband. So again, you would have to know which one of those masculine energies fits your situation. If you are in fact in the process of detaching from, letting go, walking away from a father or from a husband that you've been trying to see some sort of reunion, some sort of harmony, but making amends. And this is a situation at this time that perhaps you are probably realizing that you have done all you have done, and before you finally walk away, right? Because it's like, that you're going to have to somehow detach because it's just not working. Now, the card that I pulled out to represent what the current energy is behind this detachment, the card that came out was that of the Five of Water, which is also like the Five of Cups in your regular tarot card. So again, this is about things that you thought was going to work out. It's not working out. But also Cups is connected to emotions. So with the Five of Cups here, and going back to detachment, if you look closely, if you zoom in, there is a ship here, or just to say a little boat here, right? And to me, this is showing that this is where you guys are going. It's like, right? Even though you are still in this energy of back and forth, but with this boat up ahead, it's like you guys already know ahead of time. That intuition, right? You already know deep down that you're going to have to make a decision to walk away or to detach from something or someone that is no longer working out for you. All right. And so again, with that 5 of Cups here, it's something that have made you feel like it's almost like you are still holding on to something, right? And holding on to it, it's what is heightening your emotions behind it. So what is this full moon going to do? How is this full moon going to help you? It's going to help you to detach. So utilize, especially if you know that it's no longer working for you. We have to let things go that no longer going to serve us. Unfortunately, even if it comes down to our family. So for some of you, if this is a father or a father figure that you have been emotionally attached to, but now whatever have went down between you and your father or that of someone that is a father figure, you will have to put those emotions to the side and kind of now put on your intellectual type of, way of thinking about how is this going to serve me in the long run, right? Now, let's get into the cards that came out to speak more about this energy of the 5 of water. We have here the 10 of Pentacles along with the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is the major arcana. It's connected to the water sign Cancer. So you can see what's going on here, right? We got a lot of water energy here, which is about the emotions. And so, like I said, for some of you earth signs, there has to be a balance. Now, us earth signs is earthbound energy as well, which means that we by nature, we thrive on stability. We thrive on being grounded. But again, when our emotions gets in the way, what's going to happen? It's going to throw us off balance, right? And that is not what us earth signs need. We need things to be at a equilibrium type of energy in order for anything to see some sort of, to see some sort of results, positive results, that is, right? But when things is not positive and it's kind of keeping us in that energy of being out of balance, then there comes a point where we would have to let go and detach, right? And when with the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles is relating to family. It's a family structure. It's a family environment, right? It's people in this sense when it comes to a family. And if this is a father figure or a husband that is about to hypothetically be an ex, then, it's like looking at people that we once valued or maybe still value, right? Because Pentacles is that of value, but it's also connected to us earth signs. Pentacles is earth element. So with the Chariot here, the Chariot is showing we have the white horse versus that of the black horse. So that is, you can say that the white horse can represent the things that are seen and the black horse is representing the things unseen, which also is a part of the description of my overview pertaining to this full moon. Here I said the embarkment. This is going to be, you can say for all of us, but for us earth signs, this is an embarkment of a mystical journey that will be a time when the veil between the seen and the unseen thins. And the cosmos whispers to us messages that reveals insights that resonates with our soul's deepest yearnings. So again, we are at things that are seen that we know we need to do, tapping into our intuition versus the things we may not see. And sometimes we see things, but then, what is that phrasing? Sometimes we see things we don't want to see, right? And I think in this situation that some of you earth signs, whether you Capricorns or you Tauruses, see something that you know you need to resolve and kind of deal with versus trying to ignore it, because by ignoring it, it's only going to get worse. Okay. So that's what I got there. And now I want to, as we wind down, I want to focus on the energies of the deck that these cards came out of. So on top of the deck, we have the major arcana of the Hangman, and that represents being stuck. And this is what I'm saying, that some of you earth signs are feeling stuck between that of a masculine energy in your life, whether it's a father figure or a husband. okay, with the hangman here. So again, this is saying that you are in this energy, but this full moon is going to, if you will, it's going to have you in the reverse. I don't do reversals, but it's like the opposite energy, that you're going to get some sort of clarity. You're going to get enlightenment as to what you need to do in order to detach, if that makes sense, right? And at the bottom of the deck, what is it you don't see? We do have here the devil, which is corresponding or symbolizes that of Capricorn. So this is some of you Capricorns that is between the situation. Then we have the King of Cups. This King of Cups, like I said, is representing to me that of someone you truly love. So this is the masculine energy that I picked up on. This again can be a father figure or someone that you loved in a relationship that you are needing to detach from. And then followed by that, we do have here the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is letting go of something, right? That you are done. Like finally realizing that you have tried. The Ten of Swords just shows repeatedness type of a pattern. Repeated maybe conversations, because swords is the mental suit. So it's that of communication as well, right? And so maybe this is someone, this masculine, that you have repeatedly have talked to and tried to make amends and try to communicate, but it's not working out. And then finally, the Eight of Cups follows by the Ten of Swords. This is finally detaching. This is like the energy of the detachment, finally walking away. As much as it hurts you, but you know that it's something that has to be done. And now as we wind down, I wanted to pick a card from the angel deck to see what your spirit angels, spirit guides want you to know in terms of how you can move forward. You guys got learning experience, which is very good, because in life, when we go through certain experiences, sometimes we double guess ourselves and ask ourselves, did I make the right decision? But sometimes we have to look at challenges, look at setbacks, look at experiences that may have like a negative to it. We got to look at it just as an experience, right? Because learning is a part of life, and life is a part of learning, if that makes sense. Now, before we wind out and close out, I want to read, and I'm going to actually read the whole message behind this, because I think it's going to really kind of sum up what is going on here and how you guys can move forward. So it says, you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself in the world and have had many experiences recently that have been great teachers. Even though not everything has been easy or perfect, there has been a positive in that you have come to understand yourself, your gifts, and your abilities better than ever. You are deeply connected to who you are, what you stand for, and what's important to you in life. When this card appears, the angels are acknowledging the challenges and obstacles you have surmounted recently. Although it may have been a difficult time for you, your faith and inner strength have increased. Know that the cloud has a silver lining, and you will soon have moved beyond the feeling of being stuck or unsupported. And that is what the hangman is, an energy of feeling stuck. And so moving forward, you're going to come. Remember, I reversed the card. You're going to come out of that unstuck energy. Now, it says, inner peace and a sense of security come from overcoming hardships. Without the challenges that life has presented to you, you wouldn't be the person you are today. And that's the aspect of what life can bring us. When we have certain challenges, it will only give us that experience to become better than how we were before. This is the time for you to reflect on the incredible strength you have. No matter what has gone wrong for you, and have made your way through the darkness and into the light. When this card appears, your angel guide is inviting you to ask yourself, what have I learned from this? It represents the teacher you have within And through integrity and connection, you will be able to find a message within the mystery. And it says, though, if you are still facing the challenges, if you're still feeling stuck, you are being encouraged to keep going and trust that the worst will soon be over. The light at the end of the tunnel is you. So that is very reassuring that your spirit guides want you to know that, in fact, if this is something that you are juggling and dealing with currently, know that during this time of this full moon, by its ending of its overall energetic peak, so to speak, you will have come to a resolution and being able to successfully detach. Even if it means leaving someone that you truly are solely connected to and that you have been emotionally connected to, it will be okay. All right. At the end, we have to know that we are good enough and that your spirit guides and your angels support you in whatever decision that you feel is best for you. Tap into your intuition, right? Follow the intellectual message that the universe and the cosmos is sending out to you at this time. Now, I have activated the whispers of the universe to you, earth signs. Now you have to take hold of it, right? As a message of advice, right? You do what you will, what you can, what you will with the information, but hopefully it would be something that would be to the positive as you move forward toward whatever it is that you are looking to do behind this full moon. All right. So that's what I got for you, earth signs. It was probably longer than what I wanted to do, but nonetheless, hopefully the message came loud and clear and very precise. Again, for emphasis, if you want a more extended reading, tapping into your own energy and your situation, I am open for private sessions. All right. In the meantime, if you did like this general reading, you know what to do. Send some spark and electricity to that thumbs button to give me a like. And until the next phase reading, you have an amazing Saturday night. Or whatever you come across this reading, have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon. And until the next time, thank you for watching. Peace, love, and light. Bye.